Well, hey guys, Garner here, checking in with you. How you doing today? Well, today is Thursday. Today was the first full day here on the mission trip in country, and we're working with a group called Remember Nhu. That's NHU. So remembernhu.org. They're actually a group that's working on removing or eradicating child sex slavery in the world. And we're in one of the countries, and we're working with many of the homes and safe houses and the ministers who are working, the missionals that are working the program. And today we got to visit a few homes, a couple homes actually, not a few, but a couple homes that have both boy and girls in it. And I tell you, the kids are wonderful. I mean, ranging from 8 to 18. A lot of them are girls, but guys are just as much. The boys are just as much as that need help, and it was just great to see them, for them to smile, to hear laughter, to hear their aspirations. I mean, there were some of them who many of them wanted to be teachers. I mean, think about that. Why would you want to be a teacher? I mean, they aspire to be like the people that are influencing them in the most positive way. One gentleman wanted to be an MMA fighter. Mixed martial arts fighter. It's because that's his athleticism. That's what he wanted to do. Others wanted to be in the service of the military. Many wanted to dance. From the girls' point of view. Many of the women, also young ladies, wanted to be journalists, teachers, artists. There's a gentleman who wanted to be a chef. Remember back in the day when we used to dream growing up? I mean, are you doing what you wanted to be when you were growing up? When someone said to you, "What do you want to be?" Well, I know I'm not doing what I wanted to be growing up, but I'm happy with what I'm doing now. And more happy being out here helping these guys out. And I didn't think I have much to give, but I brought some. I brought some balloons. So again, thank you to my friends, Dwayne. Hey, Dwayne, thanks again for bringing those on a previous mission trip, which was a big help. Of course, a big shout out to my son, Garney. Thank you, boy. I really appreciate you teaching me and showing me how to make balloon animals, specifically a dog. And that's it. That's all I knew how to make. But you know what? It was just the act of making balloon animals for them, and it was neat. It was fun. It was noisy, but it was fun. But the best thing about that was seeing the smiles on their faces, to see them genuinely say thank you. I mean, for someone that could never ever repay me or can fathom who I am. It was just great that the team, we were able to bring a little smile to their faces, and that was pretty important. It's just there's so many things that are welling up there. We got to see the houses they sleep in, where they work in, many of them went to school. Some of them were taking tests because this was the testing period for them, which was. Of course, we asked them if they did well. Of course, then they all responded very well. Some taking chemistry and biology, and of course, it wasn't very good subjects for me growing up. But they said that they did well on the test. And it was just really good to have those kind of conversations with them, to see them in action, helping each other, supporting each other. Singing together, guys. It was just like, wow, they could sing together, and it was pretty amazing. So my takeaways from today was pretty inspiring. Now let's just put it that way. It was inspiring to see it. Remember Nhu in action. To actually be there for the children, to care for them, to give to them, to help them. And for the children to give back to each other. That was pretty amazing to see them work in unison. We at the first house we went to, they fed us lunch, and the children there were working very hard to prepare the meals, and to serve them and to clean up. And we had dinner at one of the other ministers' houses, his mother's house, and again, a lot of the family and their children were there to cook, to prepare, to clean, and it was just good to hang out with them. We weren't treated like strangers. That's the key. It was just great to be with them. So what's next? Well, tomorrow morning we got an early start. We leave this city, and we're flying to another city tomorrow. Spend a few days there. Temperatures will be cooler. So today was around for us in the U.S. I would say about low 90s. A little bit of humidity. Yeah, lots of humidity. Houston weather. Let's just put it that way. And so tomorrow we will be catching a 7 o'clock flight, flying to another city, spending a couple of days there, and visiting other homes there, and then flying to another city after that to visit another home, and then we return here next week to proceed to head back to the U.S. Lots of stuff, guys. It's just the people here are just beautiful, and I'll let you know who they are when I can. But I'm grateful that I'm here. That's the best I can say. I'm sorry to ramble on like this, but this is the way I can cope. This is the way I can process. That's the best way. My friend Aaron, one of the pastors at my church, it says this is a good way of how do you process this. And for me, it's to share and to give. There were some tough moments, but there were more joy moments than there were tough moments. And it's realizing that yes. What we're doing is right. What we're doing is good, and what we should be doing is more of this good. And God does provide. God does lend a hand. God points you in the right directions. And if we just stop and listen, and act on what we're supposed to be doing, I know we will have a much better place. Put yourself in other people's shoes, for example, and instead of just making a sandwich and giving it away. A pastor once said, Dr. Haney specifically says, be the sandwich. And if you get that analogy, is instead of just making the sandwich and handing it to someone who's hungry, why don't you be the sandwich? Why don't you be what they need? And that to me is pretty profound. And I'm trying to be what they need and learn to become that. I'm not going to have all the answers, but this is the fun part. It's just enjoying it. Guys, I hope you guys are having a great day. Thanks for checking in with me. If you got any questions, let me know. But again, I'm keeping where we are on the down low until I know that the information I can share will not harm the kids in any way, because we have to protect your children first of all. Because number one, we're taking them away from a situation that could be that is dangerous. Period. And then lastly, just making sure that they are taken care of. Anyway, guys, love you lots. We'll talk to you real soon. Peace.